Okay, let's jump right in. Today, we're doing a quick explainer on the highly specific, honestly deeply logistical rhythm of ancient Israelite devotion, looking exactly at how it's laid out in the text of Numbers chapter 28. So, have you ever wondered about the actual day-to-day cost of ancient worship? It helps to imagine treating devotion almost like a complex, expanding spreadsheet. We're talking daily, weekly, and monthly requirements where the agricultural and livestock sacrifices literally compound as the year goes on.
Part 1. The Daily Blueprint, Continual Offerings.
Now, right off the bat, there's a really fascinating detail. A meat offering didn't actually involve any meat. Nope, zero flesh. It was a precise, measured agricultural contribution made of flour and beaten oil that went right alongside the animal sacrifices. These elements combined into what was called the continual burnt offering. It was a very strict, four-step daily rhythm. You start with an unblemished lamb in the morning. Then you provide that flour and oil meat offering, followed by pouring a strong wine drink offering in the holy place. Finally, a second lamb is offered in the evening. The text specifically notes this routine was ordained in Mount Sinai for a sweet savor. Part 2. Weekly and monthly rhythms, scaling up devotion. Things scale up massively from here. For the weekly Sabbath, they just added 2 extra lambs. Not too crazy, right? But for the beginnings of the months, the requirements suddenly jumped to 2 young bullocks, a ram, 7 lambs, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And here is the absolutely crucial point to remember. The text explicitly says, beside the continual burnt offering. These new weekly and monthly sacrifices didn't replace the daily duties we just talked about. No, they stacked right on top of them. Part 3. The Spring Festivals, Major Annual Events. So as the calendar expands further, we hit the 14th day of the first month, the Passover of the Lord, which transitions immediately into a massive 7-day feast. During this time, they only ate unleavened bread, and essentially all normal labor and commerce just came to a halt. The first and last days were marked as a holy convocation, meaning absolutely no servile work was allowed. And what exactly happened during those 7 days? Well, the logistics are staggering. Every single day of that feast, they had to offer 7 unblemished lambs, plus 2 bullocks, a ram, and a goat for atonement. And remember that rule we just talked about? Yep, this is all entirely in addition to those daily morning and evening lambs. Part 4. The Day of First Fruits, a new meat offering. Finally, after the weeks are out, we arrive at the Day of First Fruits. The logistics here actually perfectly mirror those heavy monthly offerings. They brought a new meat offering, halted all labor, and brought out that same massive roster of livestock and agricultural goods. It maintains this grand, incredible scale of devotion, layered completely over the daily blueprint, complete with all the required flour, oil, and drink offerings. When you really sit back and look at how this ancient calendar stacked day upon day, Sabbath upon Sabbath, and month upon month, it really makes you wonder, how did these intricate, constantly compounding structures define the very heartbeat and even the economy of their civilization? The sheer logistical weight of this ancient devotion is just staggering. So, what do you think? How would living under this kind of expanding daily, weekly, and monthly rhythm change the way a society functioned?